the lead of 57. He only needed to get the reds open, and it was 2-0. But there's enough there for Joe Perry to get back into this frame.
Mark Williams, 57.
And I think he's just about left this red on as well. Well, Joe's got to be careful here because he might run into the pack. This must go in. Well, he's played it with check side, so that's fair enough. But again, a bit pacey. He's not really settled yet, Dave, has he?
No, and again, the problem, you know, it's a huge final, but it's a short match. It's not like he's got first session to find his way in. It's only 7 frames. Possibly only 4 frames, the way Williams is queuing here.
1.
Second chance then for 2-0.
Six. Seven.
Perfect angle. Well, he could go into them, of course, as a loose red, so he can just hold for that red. I think this is about to go 2-0. And the thing is as well, I think our suppliers, a manufacturer of the cloth at the moment, they're just supplying us with such
14.
a beautiful cloth, and it's ultra fast,
15.
and it suits players like Mark as well. They're just stroking the balls around. They really like, these lads really like to play on a fast cloth, not on a slow one. But every credit, congratulations to our suppliers, because the cloth at the moment
22.
is stunning.
23.
Well, should have done enough.
Mark Williams, 23 on the frame.
So that was a pretty quick kill, just a couple of visits needed. The 57 did all the damage, and Mark Williams has killed it off. He's already halfway to victory.
Sport, we all talk about it, but I get to live it. I get the VIPs from A to B.
All right, Frank.
Is this the closest you get to sport? No, that's Betway. Live streaming, live odds, bet in play. Because whatever you think you know, right now, anything could happen.
With a free bet worth up to £50. Live sport, bet your way at betway.com.
Do you have thinning or fine hair? Mane is a perfect answer for men and women. Mane is a simple-to-use spray that gives hair a thicker, natural appearance. Mane is applied in seconds. Just spray onto clean, dry hair and style as you like. Mane comes in a range of colours. So for thinning or fine hair, try Mane and see the difference. Call 0207 631 3860 or visit maneuk.com for video demonstration.
Mark Williams getting frame 3 underway, leads 2-0. And if he can win this one as well, then obviously Joe Perry massively under pressure in this best of 7 frame final. Not really had a clear-cut chance yet. He's had some half chances, but he's not found himself plumb in.
Yeah, it's could have really have done with a nice 70 or 80 break in those first 2 frames, but it didn't happen. He's got to start playing now, though. Because he obviously knows, as we do, Mark Williams, he's in great form. Wasn't too clever though, but it seems he's got away with it.
Three weeks today we will be at the Crucible for the start of the World Championship. Of course, we've got China next week as well. That's a big tournament for the seedings for the Crucible.
Well, I thought Mark had got away with that, but he hadn't. So this is the real, well, first real scoring chance that Joe Perry has had.
Well, it's a really good pot with the rest, with the pressure of opening reds. He knew he'd be leaving something on if he missed. So chance now.
Yeah, he's really got to make this count. 2-1, he'll feel part of the match.
Well, it was noticeable when he beat Bingham in the semi-finals earlier today. Just a little reaction at the end, the delight to reach the final. But of course he'd be very disappointed if he doesn't make an impression on the final. No disgrace losing to Mark Williams, but Perry will want to show us what he can do as well.
That's not too clever though. Trying to get around the back of that red, he will be annoyed with himself.
15.
It's a poor shot really. He was bang in there with reds open. Looks like it's the end of break. There's nothing on there. Might just slide off the one nearest the pink. Take the cue ball between yellow and brown. What's he thinking here? Well, he's gone for the red. Oh, what a pot that is. Brilliant. He was looking to continue
16.
the break. That's a brilliant recovery shot.
Yes, and it shows how positively he's thinking as well. He's gone 2-0 down to one of the game's greats, but he's still going for his shots.
Yeah, I thought he might go for that, but I didn't want to sort of go in too early because it's a great pot. I'm not sure if the red above the black goes. He's thinking brown now. He might be looking to try and nudge one or two here off a couple of cushions. Oh, he's missed them. And that was a big target.
Well, disappointing, particularly after the great recovery pot to the middle.
Just make sure you keep things tight.
Joe Perry 20.
Well, the little nudge on the green there, I think, has now covered the red with the blue. He knows he should have made more there. It's one thing you must do when you're playing against an opponent in good form is when you get the chances to try and score heavy. Well, he's got another chance here, albeit with the cue ball on the back cushion. About, what, 10.5, 11 feet away. This is no gimme. Well done. Brilliant. Great cueing.
1.
That's more like it. I think this as well, David, in these sort of positions, you know, okay, you're 2-0 behind against a good opponent, but you know within yourself that you're playing well to get here to the final, so you just have to remember that.
That's right, it's completely different to his first ranking final in 2001 where he lost to Stephen Hendry in Malta 9-2, just was outclassed really. It was all new to him then, but of course we saw at the Wuxi Classic he only just lost 10-9 to Neil Robertson. Joe Perry very much a top player these days.
Indeed. I mean, Stephen Hendry's done that to a lot of players in finals, I can assure you. I've been on the end of a couple of those. It's all a learning curve, isn't it, as you're going through, but like a fine wine, Joe's got better with age.
Ten.
I was just about to say that was tricky. From there,
Joe Perry 10.
that was tricky.
Yes, Perry's potted some good balls, but it's about keeping ideal position. He should put himself under pressure on 1 or 2. And that last one was an example.
One. Cheers.
Well, this is awkward for a right-hander. It's a bit of a stretch for a left-hander. No problem. Of course, the danger here is that Mark might put himself in a position
8.
to be able to make it 3-0.
Nine.
Well, at least whatever happens, he won't be qualifying for the World Championship now. That's a load off his mind. But I do think that prospect, it really did focus his mind. And I think that is in the background there. That's part of the reason he's done so well of late.
And if he wins today, he's going to be a danger in China next week. And also, of course, going into Sheffield. Because on this form, and the way he's looking
16.
within himself, who knows? Good contender for the world title.
17.
It's gone a little bit wrong though, unless you can see enough of the pink. Might be able to just kick this in with a little bit of right hand side. Well, if this goes in, this is a great chance. Looks good to me. Just managed to get the back half of the pocket, but it went in, and this is danger for Joe Perry.
23.
Okay, the red there on the left-hand side of the table, but that's perfect for a left-hander.
24.
You might have done the damage by then. The green's slightly awkward, but might be the Joe needing snookers after this visit.
Well, whoever said life begins at 40, he might have a point. Mark Williams turned 40 last weekend.
32.
And this is like the old days for him. Thing is, though, you know, he still likes his snooker, and he's not the sort of person, as we know, who gets stressed about things. Far from it. Just takes life in his
38.
stride. Well, he might not take that in his stride. That was a
39.
big bounce off the side cushion,
Yeah.
and he's out of position, or ideal position anyway.
Yeah. Again, not his fault. Might still go for this, but it's more tricky to stay on the next red. In fact, he might just play this dead weight and run into the red rather than play the screw shot. He's got it. It's there. And he's on the red to the middle. Oh, once more, great recovery pot.
45.
Well, if this goes in, stays on the pink to the centre, it definitely could be 3-0. I don't fancy him missing this. Not the way he's playing.
46.
Well, this is high quality snooker here from the Welshman.
52.
Well, there's no doubt at all, David, that he's back.
And then some. This is vintage Mark Williams. We saw John Higgins win the Welsh Open after a spell in the doldrums just last month, and another of the class of '92 coming good here.
60.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, UK champion this season as well. The three of them
61.
between them have just had the most incredible careers, and they continue into their 40s. Frame ball then for 3-0.
Yeah, and you've been, of course, mentioning about the focus in the mind as regards qualification for Sheffield, and I think they've brought each other on, all three of them.
68.
Oh, didn't really matter. He'd done the damage.
69.
But
Well, Joe Perry led 30-0, but he was just out of ideal position on the ready missed, and he's already under pressure, of course, 2-0 down. Well, he's even under even bigger pressure now, 3-0. Sort of form Williams is in. He doesn't look like he's going to give this up, this final. Could so easily have been out in the second round. Mark Selby led him 3-1, had great chances to win both 4-1 and 4-2. Williams scrambled his way through that one. And look at him now.
he was 3-1 down to Matthew Seltz as well. Came through that one.
Yes, he's had to battle all month in all these tournaments he's been playing in, but he's still here. That's the point. Now then, can he make
90.
the first century of the final here? Needs pink and black.
Well, it would be career century 328.
Well, I think that one break there sums up his entire month. He's just playing quite brilliantly, and a clearance of 103 puts Mark Williams 3-0 up in this final. One more, and he's champion.
What makes an Emerald Waterways European river cruise so special? Is it the enchanting scenery, the historic towns and villages, or is it the innovative design of our starships with award-winning features such as a heated pool, spacious staterooms and suites, and superb dining options? And with Emerald, so much is included in the price. All meals, drinks with lunch and dinner, daily shore excursions, return flights from selected UK airports. Book your 2016 cruise from £995 per person, saving £1,000 per couple, plus receive up to €350 per cabin to spend on board. Call free on 0808 102 0404 now to book your Emerald Waterways River cruise.
If your boiler's on its last legs, we can replace it with a nice new energy efficient one. Right now, we'll pay the VAT on your boiler too, giving you 20% off the cost. So, for a great deal on a great new boiler, just call us on 0800 980 8182.
Well, Joe Perry up against it, not just because he's trailing 3-0, but he's playing someone in just great form. Mark Williams with that 103 break there in the third frame to lead 3-0.
Well, I've been there before, and it's just put so much pressure on you not to miss anything when your opponent's playing this well. Can Joe get back into this? Well, he'll be disappointed that he hasn't knocked that in. I think he might go down for the blue here.
Well, he's left it hanging in the jaws, I'm afraid.
Well, you said that that century just sort of puts in perspective what Mark's been doing over the last few months, and that red there just about in perspective of Joe's day in this final so far. should have got that really.
Well, it's 19 years since he won his first ranking title. That was his home event, the Welsh Open. It would be his 19th today if he were to win, but he hasn't won yet. He's missed that one.
Mark Williams, 8.
Well, you can see the disappointment in Perry. Again, they're leaving a half chance for Williams. Oh, he got close to it as well. Well, the one good thing about short matches is it doesn't take long for them to turn round, and that's what Perry's got to tell himself. Mark Williams won't know what to do with himself tomorrow. There's no snooker. He's flying to Beijing. That'll take up most of the day. Might have a practice if he gets to the venue in time.
Good return now. Just avoided the red on the left-hand side, but look at the pace. That's what we call an attacking safety. He's opened up the red, so just trying to apply a little bit of pressure here to Mark. Ooh. It was close both ways.
And a miss. Joe Perry, 4.
Well, the miss has been called by referee Paul Collier, but the white's come up the table and there's a red on here for Joe. Wasn't far away from that red. This is a chance to get in. Well done. Just overdone the backspin though on the cue ball. A little bit too far for the blue, might play the green. Once more, you know, there's plenty of reds to go at, but Joe's under pressure here not to make a mistake, because the next one might be his last. Well, that's unlucky. This is what happens when you're battling against the elements in your opponent. Things just go awkward. Can't see him taking one on here. Well, I'll be very surprised if he does. I mean, to get him behind brown yellow is a good target here. Even the green, of course. Well, that was a pity. He just overhit the red, really. Landed a little bit awkward on the blue. I think the first thing for Joe here, David, really is to avoid the whitewash and then try and build from there. Nobody likes a whitewash on their CV.
No, and he'll be disappointed so far with his performance in this final. He's played a lot better to get here. It would be a disappointing way to end the Players' Championship, not to produce the goods at some point. Well, now, this could be a chance. It looks like it could have been an easier one, though.
Yeah, he's got the one near the top cushion, but I think there might be one actually into this left corner. Yeah.
OK, well, it's now or never. If he's going to make any impact on the final, it's got to start here.
One.
He has won 2 Asian Tour titles, including one this season, but this would be by far the biggest win of his career today if he could turn this round.
Six. Seven.
Don't go behind the red. Oh dear. He's run out of position. There's nothing down this left-hand side either. Didn't quite get into the white enough there. He's played on the 2 reds and the pink. That could be end of break. Oh, this is where this game can become very frustrating for a player. But then you just have to keep your discipline. Okay, the break is finished, but make sure you play a decent safety.
Joe Perry, 14.
Yeah, that will do. Obviously the danger there was bringing a red up the table, but I think he's covered the one on the right hand side. So Mark will have to play something down at this end. Good pace on the cue ball. Well, this would be a cheeky one. It's not near the pocket, but he's thinking cushion first here, drop it in for the black. Wasn't that far away. I don't think he's left it on either.
Well, this is another chance. That was a chance for Williams to get back in, but he has left a pot on.
1.
Now, Perry's got to just try and keep ideal position this time. He's been in a few times, but hasn't quite controlled the cue ball. If you can just get a frame on the board, that might just settle him.
But if you already said he's played better than this to get here.
6. Seven.
Oh dear. Didn't like the black, and now he doesn't like the pink.
Joe Perry 7.
Well, the pink and black gone safe now.
One.
Find it a little bit straight on the blue. Might just drop this in for the red down the table. It's on the right hand side for him, of course, being left-handed. Not been a good day at the office so far in this final. But he will get another chance.
Mark Williams 6.
Well, the balls have gone awkward here. I'm going to say that Mark's gone off the boil a little bit because this is a scrappy frame, really, where they've all landed. That, again, was a big bounce. It's absolutely flown off the back cushion, and he's out of position. We could say it's been quite a lively table, this one, Dave.
Yes, it's a rather scrappy table at the moment as well, just to add to his problems.
Could do with catching the pink here. He might be on this. Yeah, he's on the red.
6.
I'm not sure what he's going to do with it.
Well, he tried to use the black to stay on the pink, but he didn't pop the red.
6.
Leads by 23.
Oh, is Mark thinking plant here? Nope. Safety. Oh, that's a bit pacey.
Yes, and he's really opened things up as well, so this is a definite chance now for Perry. He's brought 4 reds out into the open there, Williams.
One.
Well, I could do with the pink on its spot. That would help.
6. So, 7.
Well, he's done well to get there. Had to power that in to get the angle. But this is a little tricky one
13.
to continue. Again, it's the way things are, the situation of the match. This is no gimme. And if he misses it, he leaves everything on for Mark. Although he's got a 36-point lead here, this is a big shot.
Joe Perry 13.
Now it depends whether he's covered these reds on the left-hand side with the blue. Well, if he was in full flight there, David, I'd expect him to get it, but 3-0 behind, struggling, not really, found his range.
Well, it was another example where he wasn't quite in prime position, just made it more difficult.
Well, the bonus is that he has covered the reds on the left-hand side. Otherwise, that would have been a great chance for Mark to clinch victory.
Well, it's 36 in it. Perry, the man in front. But Williams, of course, the man leading 3-0.
And it was Mark a few minutes ago that opened everything up, thinking, oh, he's just thrown this frame away. Now it might go to his advantage. He's put the pressure back onto Joe here, not to miss. Depends where things finish. Oh, he's left this red to the corner. He's left that one he's just played, but I'm thinking this straight red into the right corner here. And if Mark pops one in here, it could be the beginning of the end. Well, we'll see it first. Missed it. It's wide.
One. Roger.
Well, everybody here in Bangkok would love to see Joe get back into this final. Oh, dear me, that was the back half of the pocket as well.
7. Eight.
Just needs the yellow and one more red. Don't catch the pink. Well, okay, there are reds still on, but
10.
one of them needs potting, and it would be frame ball, of course. Yes, well done. I think he's about to put his first frame on the board.
11.
Can't really say he's quite on the way back yet, but it's a start.
Yes, it's not been a high quality frame, but the main thing for Perry is it looks like he's won it.
$14.
2 snookers needed as it stands. Could do with this red going in.
Joe Perry 14.
Well, I'm sure Mark will come back.
One.
So this black has to go in. Never looked in, did it? And he's going to just
Mark
say,
Williams,
OK,
one frame
that's your
conceded,
frame.
Joe
Hard
Perry.
fought frame it was as well. Went pretty scrappy. But Joe Perry has won it, so he won't be whitewashed today, and he keeps the final alive. It's Mark Williams still needing one for victory. He leads the Players' Championship final here in Bangkok by 3 frames to 1.
In Dragon City, legends are waiting to be born. Breed your dragons. Feed your dragons. Battle your dragons against millions of players from around the world and discover who will become the next Dragon Master. Dragon City. Download now for free.
Just seeing a few shots from that last frame. Not a great frame, really, but Joe Perry, as I say, won't mind. He won it. And if he can just find a bit of form now, just relax a little, you never know. It's only first to 4, so, OK, it's 3-1 down, but not impossible. He could turn this round. Mark Williams has still got to win it. Just a reminder, our coverage of the China Open from Beijing starts on Monday morning, so just 2 days to go. We'll have 7 days coverage there. And then, of course, the World Championship starting on April the 18th. And again, 17 days live coverage on Eurosport and Eurosport 2. Some of the dignitaries there. Miles Pearce, Commercial Director of World Snooker in the middle, next to Sintu Pulsiravong from Thailand Snooker. And the crowds have been pretty good here this week. It's not the biggest arena in the world, but plenty of people have come along to watch and are now waiting to see who's going to come through. We're just waiting. Well, here comes Mark Williams, in fact, ready to get this next frame underway. He still needs 1 for victory. Joe Perry now on the scoreboard.
Frame 5. Mark Williams to break.
So Mark Williams leads 3-1. Joe Perry having just won his first frame of this final.
Well, not the best break-off shot for Mark this week. He's left a possible red on here on the left-hand side. Well, he's opened them up. He's applying the pressure. Terrific pot. That's more like it. But he's lost the white a little bit. I mean, he was under pressure there, and he took one on. He committed himself. Unlucky to finish there, but he can tuck him behind the colour. Now, these are always tricky to get absolutely dead weight. Oh, that's a great touch. Well done.
Joe Perry 1.
You always have a chance of under-hitting those, but it's a good red because then you can take control of the table. Although this looks a good escape, looks a little bit wide actually.
Foul and a miss. Joe Perry 4.
That might go back. Well, if Joe can just make this 3-2, David, you never know.
Well, it was a good sign the red he knocked in. He hadn't potted too many of those in the match, the long red.
Hey, Joe.
He's under-hit that.
Foul and a miss. Joe Perry 4.
Well, it was a better angle, but I think that will go back. And of course, it's not 3 strikes and you're out because he can't see a ball on. He can play this all day if he wants to.
Okay.
Take 3 then. This looks better. Well done. Well, this looks pretty handy if it keeps going. I thought it might just drop him behind the yellow. Well, there's plenty on there, of course, if either player can get in. There might be one there. He's looking at the red that's just this side of the pink spot. Could be a shot to nothing. Well done. Found one. Hasn't got himself on a colour, but again, he could put Mark in trouble. Well, I say he hasn't got himself on a colour. He could possibly take on the brown, but to the middle. Can't see it, though.
Joe Perry 1.
Well, Mark can't play down this left-hand side this time, because if he tries to rest on the red near the top cushion, he'll leave one on. So he's going to have to find a different route here. Now, if he's left this red, that's a poor shot from Joe. Should have made sure of the snooker. And that's why now he finds himself in trouble. Well, Mark obviously is still in good control of this final, but he's thinking, well, just give me one chance and I'm going to take this match out. Good return from Joe, though. Just signs that he's beginning to find his feet here in this one. I was about to say, a little bit lucky there. Didn't catch that pink 4 ball. Could have taken the pot on, but a bit risky, bringing the white down this end of the table. It would have been difficult to hold for the pink. That one's on, though. It would be high risk. Oh, great pot. Well, I think the way the balls were lined up there, I think it didn't have much choice, but it always focuses the mind, and he's hit that too well.
It just seems whenever he pots a good ball, he's not quite ideal on a colour.
Becomes hard work then. Having to find another one. Well, I think blue looks favourite here. That's if he takes one on at all. He might play a safety. If it was the first frame, I think he'd take the blue, but not at 3-1. Well, that's terrific cueing, but would have been some shot to get on the reds a little bit, well, to the middle. I don't know.
Three.
Not quite sure what he's trying to get on there. Still needs a good pot to continue, though. Well done. Bang in the middle.
Four.
I wonder, Dave. Just a few signs there. Good signs.
Well, he's potting some terrific balls. If he can just get himself nicely in ideal position, put together a good break, 3-2, suddenly, you know, it's very, very close again.
And this will help Pink going onto its own spot.
Well, he's come this far, not just this week, but all the tournaments have been played just to get to the finals.
Okay.
He's not going to surrender it cheaply. This is Perry's chance to really put a bit of pressure on Mark Williams, who, when he made that century to lead 3-0, I'm sure most people watching would have thought, well, he's going to win now, probably 4-0. Well, it's not over yet.
$17. 18.
Well, again, it's a little bit springy off that side cushion. He's played on the pink. He's got the blue to the corner. Well, he's stretching over this red, which doesn't help. Well played. He's working really hard for these.
23. $24. $30.
Well, this has been a terrific break so
31.
far. And there's a little bit more hard work to come. Looking at this one near the top cushion to go back for the pink or the blue. Not straightforward from here though to secure this fifth frame. Well done.
Sure. 38.
He's got the right side of the blue as well. Now I think he can just get that cue ball onto the right cushion here. Just sort of bring it in between the four reds. That would be okay. Yes, this was Mark looks on. All of a sudden, 3-2. It might look a little bit different. Joe's just checking the inside red of those two. Nicely done. This will open up the other one, of course.
43.
Leads by 53. .75 on. So a couple of reds and colours away from making it 3-2. Good effort from Joe here, Dave. It's not there yet, of course, but...
Well, effort is the word. He's had to work these so hard, and he's still, as you say, not quite there. The blue, 59 in front, so one more red needed as well, but it's come pretty much straight on it.
Yeah, just bring the white back a couple of feet for the right and red. Well, this has been some break considering where the balls were.
49.
Just one more pot needed, and of course it's not straightforward, because most of them haven't been in this break.
Brilliant. Well done.
50.
To get the pink, just drop the blue in, take the extra 5 points.
It's been an excellent break, and that last shot, evidence of that. There's pressure on it. So Williams needs a snooker already, and he just wants to make sure here with some extra points. It would be 2 snookers with the blue. Oh, it's not there, so 1 snooker. That's what Mark Williams requires.
Well, that gave Mark the opportunity to bring the black into play. Well, he's put his hand up to apologise. He's got away with that one, Joe, but the way the match has gone, we'll give him that one. He needs everything he can get at the moment.
What a ball in that frame, Joe Perry on the comeback trail. He trailed 3-0, it's now 3-2, and Mark Williams is still 1 away from winning the Players' Championship. So Mark Williams leads Joe Perry by 3 frames to 2.
Remember, you can still get classic Oleg toy when you buy insurance or switch the energy, so compare the market.com. Simples!
If your boiler's on its last legs, we can replace it with a nice new energy-efficient one. Right now, we'll pay the VAT on your boiler too, giving you 20% off the cost. So, for a great deal on a great new boiler, just call us on 0800 980 8182.
Frame 6.
So frame 6
Joe Perry to
of a possible 7 in the final of the Players' Championship. Joe Perry from 3-0 down now trails 3-2.
But he's brought a red up the table. I think he's been lucky, he's covered it. Well, there you go, things are just starting to turn around as well as regards the look. But there's a possible pot on here for Mark to this right corner. Just as well, though, he's covered that one to the middle. I think he's just coming to the side of the pack here. Well, there's no way Mark wants to go into a decider. He'll be looking to kill the match
Touching ball.
in this frame. It has been declared a touching ball, so Joe can just play away from the bunch here. deemed to have already hit one.
One thing's for sure, when these two turned pro as teenagers in 1992, they wouldn't have envisaged being a big final at the age of 40, because at that age 40 seems like a long, long way away. And of course they're not alone. There's a lot of other players of around this age, just under or over 40, performing really well last couple of years.
I think, of course, with the calendar that's been filled up as well, and so much snooker they're playing, it's recharged their enthusiasm. You know, it's only 3 years ago that we were thinking, oh, you lose one match, you've got to wait 6 weeks for the next one, and it's difficult to keep getting yourself up. But when you're constantly playing sort of one tournament and stepping onto another plane to play another one, you can keep it going.
Yes, one thing's for sure, 5 years ago Mark Williams would not have played 6 tournaments in a month.
He's got Joe under the cosh here a little bit though. Oh, 3-ball plan, there you go. Didn't spot that one. Well, in some ways he didn't want that to go in. Tell you what, this would be some black to knock in, but just have a look at the replay. Now what does he do? Well, he might have to just push the black up the table here and put the white tight to the cushion. Make sure he covers the white and red. It's near the centre pocket.
Foul.
Incredible,
Joe
really.
Perry 1, Mark Williams 7.
Well, I think he might be put back in here. Well, that was some trick shot. Mark's contemplating this red to the yellow pocket. There's one to the middle as well. If he can knock one of these in, it's a great chance to win the match. Doesn't fancy it. He's just tempting Joe here. He's going, you go have a go then. Let's see what you can do. Will he be tempted? He's looking at the one to the middle. This is a big shot. Well, I think he's contemplating a safety off the right, the red just right of the pink, put the white towards the green pocket, but of course the problem there is he's got the one near the middle pocket. I think he's gone back to plan A. I think he's taking this on. This is a big shot. Well, you deserve all you get when you knock those in.
Another great pot from Joe Perry. He's knocked a few in last couple of frames. Got the black to the middle here.
Well, couldn't quite be assured where that white was going to finish.
8.
Still got this one to the left corner. He can get himself down onto the blue. Just got to commit himself here because he knows there's a possibility of leaving marker red on, but just make sure of the pot. Should land on something. Well done.
9.
It's just not been easy for him. Still making good pots, but not landing on easy colours. Well done.
Keeps knocking them in, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
That's about 5 rabbits out of that hat now. But he left himself hampered over the blue. There's another one.
13.
Made that look easy. It wasn't. And there's pressure on all of these. If he misses, it could be match over. Huh. I'll tell you what, Dave, every credit to get himself into this position.
Well, this is now the first what you would call straightforward pot he's had in this break.
18.
Mark Williams looking on, seeing someone finding their touch, finding their form.
And at this stage, probably a little bit concerned. He thought he was flying in this final. Thought it's all mine, but not anymore.
19.
Well, it would be a great achievement to win this tournament for Joe Perry, full stop. But to win from 3-0 down, the way Williams started, that would be something special. But he would have done it by going for his shots. That pink wasn't clean, by the way, but it went in.
I was just about to say it was near duel, wasn't it?
But no, he's been really positive,
25.
and that's made the difference.
$26.
Well, this is great stuff from the Englishman here. Another great cannon. Well, he's never stopped believing, and he's just chipped away.
33.
And not that far away from taking us into a decider.
$34.
Every credit to him. Just got to keep going, get this frame on the board, and then we've got to decide it.
Oh, that kicked, but it's gone in. Oh,
I think if you're a Joe Perry supporter sat at home watching this, you'd be going through absolute agony. He is as well, for that matter.
41.
well, it's landed a little bit shorter than we intended, but he's okay. The main thing is that the black went in. He's in okay position. Well, I'll go back to that word again, David. Effort with a
42.
capital E.
Black puts him 53 in front with 75 left, but open reds to go at.
$49. $50.
Well, if he wins the frame off it, then this has been one of the best breaks of his career, full stop, when you consider the position in the match.
Well, the one in the last frame wasn't too shabby either. Okay, you missed that final blue, but Mark only needed snookers. That was a terrific break.
56.
A couple of reds with colours here, and we're into a decider. Probably like to come back for the blue off this one. High value colours would help. Joe.
Joe Perry, 56.
Yes, just as he was going so well, he misses that one. So Mark Williams then with a chance here. There's that awkward red on the right side cushion, but this could have been 3-3. Out of Perry's hands for now.
Well, if Mark was to clear here, it would be terrific, because he's been sat in his chair for some time. It would be a sad end for Joe Perry.
5.
The way he's come back into this match, but Mark has a chance here. He's been a little bit shut out in the last 20-30 minutes or so. Well, that's a great shot. Okay, the first red rattled, but he's brought the other one into play. That was great thinking. Well, both those reds are slightly off the cushions.
11.
Well, no disrespect to Joe, but Mark Williams has been made to wait for victory. Can he make it here? That sounded heavy, but it's okay.
$14.
Well, it was this pocket using the rest that Perry eventually missed a red to. And the same thing has happened to Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, 14.
Not over yet then.
Well, another twist then. He actually got a kick on the yellow, which just left him short on that red. They're always sort of tricky, those, when you're sort of coming back into a blind pocket. Joe leads by 36. Only needs one red. Make sure that you play a good one here, though. Has it gone in? Ooh, that would have been a bit of a fluke.
Finished pretty well though for Perry.
Well, this match is fascinating now.
He had a look at it, didn't he? We saw him. He nearly went in as well.
Oof, how close was that? Well, we might be going into a decider. If Joe can knock this in, only needs the red.
So snooker's required, and what an effort he's made from 3-0 down, particularly in this frame.
Oh, unbelievable. Lay the snooker.
37 up with 35 on.
Joe
Mark
Perry,
Williams
1.
snookered on the last red. He He's shown great commitment, great belief, gone for his shots, potted some terrific balls.
Well, if Mark had knocked that Redding down the cushion with the rest,
Long rest.
he might be lifting the trophy now. Well, got to hit this. You've got to get it safe. Well, I think it's 3-3 now. Well done, Joe Perry. Brilliant.
And the frame, Joe Perry.
Mark Williams concedes, and so we're going to need one more frame to decide it. Williams was flying at 3-0, playing superbly, though. Perry kept his head, though, has got himself right back into it, and there's going to be one more frame to decide it. We're level here in the final at 3-3.
It begins with finding this hostel on Booking.com, where you also find her. A little romance at this romantic chateau leads to these fine humans, who you take to this eco-lodge to get seriously close to nature. Then you check in with her at this tropical paradise, before soaring over this castle resort with your father-in-law, who finally seems to like you. Life can be like that when you get it booking right. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
I wanna know what happened now. No, I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna take you home.
Well, we're still yet to find out who the winner is going to be. I'm not going to ask you who your money's on, Dave, because it's a 50-50, isn't it? The way, I mean, you know, Mark, as we said, was absolutely flying. Every credit to Joe. He's just chipped away, and now he's got a chance to win the title.
But what is true is it's going to mean a hell of a lot to whoever wins, really is. Particularly, I think Perry, it would be obviously his first big title, and it's been a long time coming, 23 years as a pro. Just waiting for the players to return for the deciding frame.
Yes, there'll be the obligatory handshake before they start.
Well, I recall a quote from Carl Vollinder, the famous high wire artist. He said, "Life is lived on the wire, the rest is just waiting." And we're right down to the wire now after thousands and thousands of frames played in the European Tour, in the Asian Tour, this week as well here in Bangkok. One more frame, it's either Joe Perry or Mark Williams heading home with the trophy.
And Mark has not played a great break-off shot there. He's given Joe an early chance, and so often we say in deciders you just need, well, you just want a chance. This is one.
Got to stay positive. That's how he's got back to 3-3.
Well, pop this one in, try and get himself onto the blue, I think, unless he's trying to hold for the black, i.e. a cannon. Oh, well, I wasn't sure whether he was going to play that or go round for the blue, but just look how that's finished. Brilliant.
First chance then in the decider to Joe Perry.
Chose to open more. I think he's okay. He's got one here. You always take the risk doing that. You could stick on the pack and leave yourself snookered, but I think he's okay. Well, he must be feeling great inside, the way he's got back into this match, and he's got the early chance.
Yeah, sure. $16.
Well, he had to stretch over a few there. He's looking very good.
24.
Yes, the key to it, and at the same time the difficult thing is to shut out what it all means. What it would mean to win.
Well, this is all about now, about 12 pots really. 6 red, 6 colours. That's just roughly what he needs. Nice little nudge
25.
off the red. Well, it's in his hands. If he can just stay at the table. Mark would be absolutely gutted, of course. You know, 3-0 up, flying. Thought it was all his. This just proves what a tough competitor Joe Perry is.
32. $33.
Fifth black coming up then.
Stop it. Well, Stephen Hendry's finished off a match with a maximum. Ronnie O'Sullivan's done the same.
40.
Priority needs to probably get to about 70, was it 76 points, something like that. Let's go back for the blue anyway, or the pink. He won't care what he makes here, as long as he makes enough that Mark needs snookers. Oh, lovely. Oh, he's covered the black. Now he might just play the one to the middle here for the pink.
47.
Depends on the angle. This is a great chance. And when he knocked that first red in and got the cannon on the reds around the black, that was brilliant.
Well, it summed up his approach really from 3-0 down, just going for his shots and getting them. That's the key thing as well.
$48.
Well, he'll have to play on the right-hand red here. It's just the wrong side of the pink. He wanted to have more angle to go into the reds. Just don't get careless. I think he's landed a little bit straight on this pink to stun over for that red. He might have to come back for the red that's next to the pink. Well, this one must pass the pink into the corner then.
$54.
This could be the key shot. If he can get this and get onto a colour. Missed it.
Joe Perry, 54.
Well, Joe Perry's had a chance. He's made 54. Mark Williams looking to counter-attack.
Well, it would be some clearance from here.
Well, we really are down to the wire now. This could go down to the colours in this frame.
And he's put that in the corner of the pocket and finished low on this intended red. He wanted to be a lot further over than this. He might still go for this, but this isn't guaranteed. Joe might get another chance. And he will. It was a poor positional shot from pink to red from Mark.
Well, he's playing so well to lead 3-0. But Perry unable to take advantage.
Well, understandably, all of a sudden it's got very edgy. Mark was a little bit fortunate to leave it hampered over the yellow. There's pressure on this one, though. Missed that one. He's missed it. What a chance here for Joe.
Well, this is effectively the £62,000 frame, and the pressure has begun to tell on both of them. But Perry, 47 points in front here. Great chance. Could have done without that, really.
Just come through the balk colours. The big question is, will he take the brown on? If it goes in, he's on a red. He's going for it. He's got a little bit of insurance with the blue near the side cushion. If that was on its spot, I think he might lay the snooker. But now he's going for frame and match.
Well, these are big moments in the career of Joe Perry.
Indeed. If this goes in, it could be all over. I think he's got it. Well done.
Five.
Still needs another one here, though. And we've often seen it before that at this stage of a match, anything can happen. 3-0, he stayed positive. 3-1, he stayed positive. 3-2 and 3-3 was the same. Well, this would be some victory.
Red and a colour. Williams will know the maths as well as anybody, and he played so well to lead 3-0. That century in the third frame, he looked a certainty to win.
11.
Yeah, we thought it might be an early bath for the Englishman, but I'll tell you what, they've produced a final for us here.
So this pink, and Mark Williams needs snookers.
Well, you've got to give credit to Joe Perry here. How cool has he stayed?
17.
I think the impressive thing is just the way he went for his shots. Didn't play well early on, looked very edgy, but kept his belief, and he knows he's won now. There's the little reaction, and this is not just an effort here this evening. This is an effort with 23 years as a professional. This is going to mean an awful lot to Joe Perry. His first major ranking title at the age of 40. And there's the handshake. Joe Perry does it. Warm and sporting congratulations from Mark Williams. A big smile on the face of Joe Perry. He was 3-0 down. He looked down and out, but he's done it. He's turned it round. And at the age of 40, he wins the biggest title of his career, the 2015